What motivates you in golf? Why do you play golf?
I am just fiercely competitive. I'd like to know what your heart tastes like.
I don't really have a lot to compare it to, but from everyone I've talked to, all the players involved, the Gasparilla is one of the biggest mid-am events of the year.
The first year I played it, it was unbelievably impressive. It was the only tournament I played other than a USGA event that had that feel, that caliber, that sort of taking care of the players, that welcoming from the members, from the club.
Man, I had no idea how big of an event this was. Listen, it's not a professional event. It's not quite that at that level, but it's really not far off.
Leaderboards, they got marshals, they got ropes, there's a lot of world ranking points available. There's actual fans that come and attend and watch the tournament.
The field is an awesome field. I believe the last couple years it's close to as highly ranked from a WAGR standpoint that a mid-am only event can be.
If you've ever been to a triathlon or a marathon, something like that, you see all these people from tons of different walks of life, different ages, all competing and doing this thing. If that doesn't inspire you, like I just don't know what will. And man, I got the exact same feeling at the Gasparilla.
I love golf, man. I love competitive golf. I don't think there's anything quite like it for me personally.
How many USGA events have you played?
66.
And how many have you won?
2.
And so when I walk around, I can't help but wonder what I assume what everyone else is wondering, which is, what the hell is this guy doing here?
I don't even know what Soly's resume is from a golf standpoint. I know he's played Gasparilla, maybe some local Florida tournaments.
I really would like to become a strong mid-am player. The competition in Florida is crazy good, which it's hard to go up against, but it has definitely made me a better player. I get to see great golf with my own eyes. Through osmosis, you take in so many things that good players do. You see how a good round happens, how it unfolds. They cut it close on this dogleg instead of bailing out right. The best players are taking on risk, they're being aggressive. A dude that I really look up to in the Jacks golf scene is Devin Hopkins. He and his partner made a huge run at the USGA 4-ball at Bandon. He played in the 2019 USAM at Pinehurst. He won the 2019 FSGA Player of the Year for the state. And lucky enough, I'm gonna be staying with him this week, and we even drew the same pairing in round 1. This is my second time playing the Gasparilla Invitational. I received an invite out of nowhere in 2020. I'd never even heard of it. I never really even heard of the cocktail tour, didn't really know anything about it. But I had recently decided to rededicate myself to my golf game, and this was a great place to put that to the test. It was something to put on the calendar and say, if you show up at this thing not ready, having not practiced, like it's gonna show, and people in the golf world are gonna see that. I needed to challenge myself like that, and I looked forward to it, but it was impossible not to get incredibly nervous. I didn't embarrass myself. I shot a 71 on day 1. Conditions got really tough on day 2, and I shot a 79 and missed the cut by 1. You know, I saw the leaders out on the course on that second day. I watched a few of them come through on 5, watched the shots they hit, and I remember thinking to myself, like, that's where I want to be next year. Like, I'm struggling for the cut right now. I'm kind of hanging on. That's my goal this year. I want to be in that group next year. I want to be among those guys. I want to compete in this thing, and if I can walk off the golf course at the end of the Gasparilla in 2021, having felt like I competed, I will feel like I accomplished something. It's the biggest event I'm going to play in. This is my Masters. This is Augusta to me. I mean, this is what I want my game to peak for. If I can pick one week this year for my game to be at its best, it's at the Gasparilla. It's the best field I'm going to face all year long. It's the best opportunity I have for competition. Palma Sea is an awesome little Donald Ross golf course.
6,400 yards.
The fairways are pretty narrow. The wind always seems to blow out there. It swirls. It comes from a different direction every day.
Tiny little undulated greens that, you know, they can get rolling pretty fast and firm.
This field has some of the best players in the entire country, yet the winning score, I think the lowest winning score ever is -6, and only a couple guys break par every year, and
6,400 yards seems like you can just go tear it up.
there's a reason for that. The pins always seem to find themselves in very precarious situations, and there's just a bunch of welcome to Palmacio moments waiting out there for you. And I experienced a few of those last year, and I think I have a better idea this year as to where those landmines are. We're gonna do our best to avoid them.
How are you? Good to see you. Yeah, good to see you.
No path. All right. Heart's thumping low. Sit. Soft. Soft. Sit. Thanks.
Soly with about 15, 20 feet, 14th. Birdie opportunity.
And I was just nervous. Like, I was so nervous. It's impossible to have this be like your Super Bowl event, your biggest event you're gonna play in, and despite telling myself over and over again, like, hey, just treat it like every round of golf. Just go out and play like a normal round of golf. Like, don't get nervous. It's impossible. That's gonna look good on film.
I think my thought was, well, there's a lot worse holes you could have done that on, so this is actually a hole where he could get close to the green on the second shot.
I didn't know if I was gonna recover or not. It could the day could have gone any which way, and I will say after I topped that shot, I hit a really good 6-iron. I know it went in the bunker. Come on, but I hit it really solid, and it told me that my hands are there, my nerves are there. I can still hit golf shots. Thanks, man. Thanks.
Devin for birdie on 15. 100 through 2.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
And he salvaged par, which was pretty incredible.
There it is.
All right.
Soly's approach here on 16. Left. Soly for birdie. Extremely slippery down the hill. God, you like that one. All right, even through 3. Good start.
Thanks. I hit a great 6-iron into 17. A hole I've struggled with in the past, and had a downhill tickler putt. Thought it was gonna go. I thought it was gonna go. Thanks. Ah. Did it come out of it? Oh. Big time rub of the green on 18. Ball sitting on top of the bunker. I really took my time there to make sure I didn't, one, lay up out of bounds or hit one behind a tree. Laid up to a decent number. Spun a wedge back to about 2 feet and stole a birdie out of what could have been worse. Go way right. Go way right. Come on. Easy. Bogey on 1. You know, that was not that big a deal to me. It was I knew it was going to be a tough hole. I think that was the toughest hole in the Monday qualifier. So I don't know. I wasn't that upset to lose a shot there. OB left. I'm still kind of fearing the left miss a little bit. Blew it right. I actually hit my approach in a great spot, but I've been doing really well in the practice round on the putts from off the green, and that one just kind of got away from me a little bit. Stay. My 4-iron landed in the fairway, and it was 4 feet, maybe 2 feet from falling over that hill and going out of bounds. Okay. Jeez. I was nervous about getting it heavy just with it being that far above my feet, and I thinned one right into this tree. And as soon as it hit the tree, my mind immediately went to, oh, that ball's OB. Like, that has to be OB. I'm standing at that shot saying, like, dude, you've gotten 2 great breaks on this hole. Don't turn this into double still somehow. And I hit just a pitch way past the hole. Made your 5. You're going to make bogeys at Palma Seca. Like, you cannot get through a round unscathed. I say that as Chip Brook, who's staying with us, shot a bogey-free 64, but I am not planning on getting through any rounds unscathed. I mean, that golf course is just, it is waiting to get you, with it being so fast around the greens and the crowns of these greens and where they put these pins. Like, you're not going to get through that. So if you do make mistakes, you have to keep your sanity, keep focused, and stay competitive. I'll tell you, when I got to 3, I stood over that shot, wind howling off the left, with a new shot shape for me, left to right, and something I've been working on really freaking hard. It was so uncomfortable, and I'm standing over it, uncomfortable, extra waggle, and I did what I never do. I backed off. I always feel like I'm holding people up when I do that, and I just said, like, you know what? It's okay. Like, you're a fast player. You can take a second. Regathered myself and hit the best drive I've hit in 2021 without a doubt. Thanks. Hold your head. No. Stay short. All right. I grabbed a lot. Soly for birdie.
Boy,
Thanks. This may sound dramatic, but backing off that tee shot on 3 changed my entire energy for the day. I released tension, and from that point on, I just started vibing. Fly. Fly. Thanks. 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 Big hop. Come on, play golf. What the fuck is that? Hit the hole. I hit that hard. Shit. I haven't had an uphill putt yet. Yeah, too cute. Almost like those bogeys, like kind of punched me in the face and brought me back to getting back in that competitive mode. Like you're not gonna get through this round protecting it. You're not gonna steer it into the house at 2 under or whatever I was. I needed to go out and get more birdies, and man, that hole just started looking like an ocean. Thanks. Thanks.
Went a little too fast. I didn't get to see the 9-inch tap in, but
I'm so hyped. I'm playing well. I'm not checking leaderboards, but I know I've got to be either first, second, or third, somewhere way up this leaderboard. But now it's getting very real. This is uncharted territory for me, and the better I played, the more nervous I got. Brakes. Thanks. Driver's been a huge liability for me lately, but I just found a flow with this thing on this day. Hold your head. No! Not up top. Shit. Thanks. Thanks, man. Cut hard. Get lucky. Stay right there. God, man, this is fucking unreal. I'm getting every bounce. No, it's great. I'm having the time of my life.
What was that? There's no left.
Birdie. A complete and total misread on this lag putt on 10. Bad bogey overall, but considering how many times I'd played with fire, it was unsurprising that I carded a bogey. But we're on the toughest stretch of the golf course. I've got to seriously bear down on these last 3 holes. Thanks. Go way over there. Come on, Win. 1 yard. See where that went? Thanks. Thanks. What? Come on, Win. The confusion you see here was resolved when I put these 2 clubs back in the bag. I, honest to God, thought I hit 9-iron. I meant to hit 9-iron on this shot. When I put the clubs back in the bag, the 8-iron was dirty. I accidentally hit the wrong club, trying to close out the best round of competitive golf I've ever played. Oh no. Easy. Easy. All right. I thought that was. God damn, that was stressful. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thank you. That was fun. Most fun round of golf I've ever played. Absolutely. It was so much fun. I forget which insurance commercial it is where the dog keeps going in the woods and throwing the ball back out in the fairway, where the guy gets all the bounces and has the great day. That's what today felt like. I think I played good, not great. Rarely do you walk off the course and feel like you shot a score lower than you probably deserved, but it's like every time I had like a little just, all right, it could bounce in this bunker or it could bounce on the green. It bounced on the green for me and made some putts, and I was tough. I will say that. I felt like I handled adversity very well when it happened. I told myself I should be in the top 10 of this tournament, and I believe that I should. If you go out and you play your game, I know that I can do that, and I proved that today. I just needed one instance of that happening. You can believe that in your head all you want. You just need to see it at least one time, and I can draw on today for the rest of my life, really, to know that hey, I can do that. You've done it. So why would you ever doubt yourself again when you know you've possibly done it. It's so different if you haven't done it. How do you convince yourself? And now I feel very convinced and feel very justified in my own self-belief, and I can't say I've ever really felt that way before. Listen, on a more demanding golf course, could I hang with these guys? Like, if I'm being honest, the way I currently hit it, probably not. Like, those guys are so freaking good. I mean, Devin Hopkins in our group, I think you were kind of stunned when we walked off the course and we both shot 67, because that was not the best round I could play, but definitely in my top 15, 10%. And it felt very middle of the road for him, and I still didn't beat him today. That's the level of competition we're up against. It's so fun to be in the mix of that, because I still know my good can hang with that. Their good versus my good, it's not going to be close. They're going to beat me, but if I can put my good together for 3 days, I don't think I would be outside the top 5 at the end of it. But we are 33% of the way through this tournament. We got so far to go.